everything right, it was you and me.
Hello my friends of the internet, my name is Nima and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. And I thought it would be kind of fun to sit down and chat with you guys about the books that I currently have checked out of Kindle Unlimited. You know me, I will download books off of KU and have it sit there and linger there for months. I have books probably there from January that I still have not picked up and read. I'm hoping that filming this video will kind of be like a kick up my ass, and hopefully if you guys have read any of the books that I'm about to mention today, you can leave a comment down below and tell me to pick it up, or else at some point I will have to. And so yeah, I'm excited. Honestly, I'm like sitting here trying to think about what do I even have checked out, and maybe as I go through this it can kind of be a little bit cleansing and I can remove books as well that I just have no interest in reading right now. Really have no idea what's checked out, but I'm excited to share. And yeah, without further ado, let's get right into all of the books that I currently have checked out on Kindle Unlimited. All right away, these are jogging memories from when I initially downloaded these books. Let's start off with the first book that I have here. That is Off to the Races by 𝓼𝓸𝓬𝓪. You guys know I love 𝓼𝓸𝓬𝓪. Everybody loves 𝓼𝓸𝓬𝓪. Some of you guys might be watching this and thinking, everybody? I don't know. From what I've seen, a lot of people love 𝓼𝓸𝓬𝓪, and I'm not alone in this assessment. Off to the Races is the first book that she ever released. Is it the first book? Yeah, I believe so. And it's also the first book in her series. What is the series called? I think it's called like her Gold Rush Ranch series, maybe, potentially. I'm not sure. Do I know anything about this book? You're gonna see a running theme in this. I know the tropes. I know that it's, no, I know a trope, and I know that it's a small town romance. Do I know anything else? No, but I'm hoping it's good. I know that this one is kind of hit or miss because it was her very first book, and of course authors evolve and grow, and so will I love it? Hopefully, but I'm not sure. I'm excited to read it though. I'm probably gonna leave this one here because I do want to read it soon. Next up, book number 2, I have Juniper Hill by Debney Perry. This is another small town romance. That's the only trope that I know about this book, but I'm gonna find out. It might be like single dad or single parent as well, but let me read the synopsis really fast and actually be a good YouTuber for once in my life. This is about this girl who just moves to the small town of Quincy, Montana, and she is kind of on the hunt to like start a new life. She has a son. She wants to start a new life and better herself, and she gets a job housekeeper at the Eloise Inn, which we saw in the first book, and then she's living in an apartment that's above in a garage with her son, and her landlord is the hero Knox, who we also met in the first book. And now that I know what it's about, I'm very excited to read it. I did read Indigo Ridge. I really enjoyed it, but I just didn't really feel a big desire to continue with the series right then and there. But now that I know what it's about, I'm reading it ASAP, so for now that is being left. The next book that I have, this one's a bit darker. I remember when I downloaded this book because I saw Freya from Freylise. She was talking about it, potentially recommending it, or just talking about it in like a wrap-up situation. But this is a dark romance, which is good for me. I need to pick up more dark romances again. Oh my gosh, you guys, the synopsis. Bye. The way she can deceive anyone into believing she's crazy in love with me just makes me want her even more. Yeah, thank you. This is, I'm pretty sure, a mafia romance, and I believe it's an arranged marriage. She has to marry him. She apparently is a very good manipulator, which is so fun. I love that. I'm so glad I'm doing this because it's jogging my memory. I'm super excited. And yeah, this sounds good. Basically, she has to marry him. She's a little manipulator, and he's a very dangerous Russian Bratva leader. It says Pakhan here, but I don't know how to pronounce that. So yeah, that sounds really good. I'm so excited to read that. Next up, I have A Deal with the Devil here. I actually own this book physically, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove it off of Kindle Unlimited. I started reading it already. I have to finish it, but I'm loving it so far. She becomes the assistant of this celebrity like doctor, plastic surgeon. She views him to be a devil. Like, he is not a good person. He's not kind. He's not nice. And now she's working for him as a favor for her friend, who is typically his assistant, but he had to go out of town, and so now she's filling in, and they are butting heads, and I'm just really liking it. I'm gonna remove it off of here because I have been reading it physically, but yeah, really good. Highly recommend it so far. Then we have Love Me Today by A.L. Jackson. I downloaded this one, I don't know, probably when it first came out because I heard it was a nanny romance. Let me make sure I'm correct. Oh, and he's a single dad. Oh, this is gonna be good. Okay, so this is, I'm pretty sure, yeah, a small town romance, and he's a single dad. They originally butt heads because she is driving, and then she ends up backing into his like expensive Range Rover, and she's like, okay, whatever, he was an asshole, I never have to see him again. But then she shows up for her first day of work, and it's teaching a little girl how to ride a horse, and she finds out that it is his daughter. Oh, that sounds so good. I'm so excited to read that one. Then we have Tempting Little Thief by Megan Brandy, and I had started reading this book, but I'm gonna be so real, I wasn't that into it. You guys. Like, I love Megan Brandy. I love the Boys of Brayshaw series, and so I was super excited to jump into this because it follows one of the characters from the Boys of Brayshaw series, and I'm pretty sure those characters are featured in this book. But I started reading it, and low-key I'm thinking I might have to DNF. Like, I'm not really vibing with it right now. It might be like a soft DNF, and I might go back to it, but as of now I'm just not really interested, so we're gonna DNF and remove this one. Then we have Last Light by Claire Kent. I am actually in the middle of this book and I'm enjoying it so thoroughly. This is a apocalyptic romance. Yeah, this girl, she is basically trying to survive and get to this small town where there's tons of people. It's like being protected and there's food and shelter, and so she's trying to get there, and along the way she sees this guy that she used to know before the world went to shit. His name is Travis, and he owned like an auto shop, an auto body shop where he would fix her car. He's older, he had a daughter, the daughter died during this whole apocalypse, and now they're teaming up to get to, I think it's called Fort Knox together. The romance is between them, and I'm really loving it so far. I'm almost done with it, so stay tuned for my final thoughts, but yeah, that's staying definitely until I finish it. Then I have The Summer We Fell by Elizabeth O'Rourke. My friend Megan was telling me about this book, and she said that it is kind of a low-key love triangle, which you guys know I eat up, and apparently it is amazing. Then my friend Reagan read it and she loved it, so I have it here for when I'm ready to start. But I love a love triangle. That's all I really want to know. I don't know the dynamics of this love triangle. I have no idea where they live, if it's small town or if it's the cover. He's at the beach, so I'm assuming it's kind of like a beachy town. But yeah, this sounds so good. Very excited to dive into that one. And then we have Unconditional by QB Tyler. I kind of this year have been on a little bit of a QB Tyler like kick. I had read her like small novellas previously before, and then one full-length novel. This year I read one of them and really enjoyed it, so I downloaded a couple more. So Unconditional this is an age gap romance, and I'm pretty sure that he becomes her like legal guardian, and then they start to develop feelings for each other when she gets older. It's gonna be very taboo, but I'm so excited. I've been loving all the forbidden, all the taboo recently, so that one's for sure gonna be a good time. Then here we have One Touch by Lena Hendricks. I literally know nothing about the series. I believe it's small town, but the reason why I downloaded this was because Candy Steiner, or maybe it was Elsie Silver, one of them talked about, I think it was Elsie Silver, she sent this book in her newsletter and was like, pick up this book, I loved it so much. And I'm pretty sure it follows, each book in the series follows a different Sullivan sibling. Small town romances, apparently really good. Ex-boyfriend's brother. Like, are you kidding? You're joking. That's gonna be amazing. Then we have Coach by Devaney Perry. All I know about this one is that it is like a sports romance. I think he is the coach of like some type of team, and she either is a parent for one of the players or like within a small town, and she like works for the team potentially, and I'm pretty sure it's a second chance romance as well. And then we have Love Unexpected by QB Tyler, which I'm currently reading. I'm in the middle of like so many books, you guys. I need to like just sit down and tell you guys about all the books I'm currently reading to also light a fire under my ass. Love Unexpected is basically a stepfather romance. He was a teacher at her school growing up. She had a crush on him. Her mom ends up marrying him, and then when the mom dies, these two kind of pursue a relationship. Again, another taboo, another forbidden, another crazy wild plot line that I'm so here for right now. And then we have Untying the Knot by Megan Quinn. I downloaded it for a reason. Do I know what it's about? No, and low-key I was about to remove it, but I'm like, maybe let's just read what it's about before we get too hasty here. Oh my gosh. This one is a marriage in trouble. I should have guessed that just from the title, but it's a marriage in trouble, which you guys know I love, and I think she wants a divorce. I have no idea if these characters got together originally in like another book, because this is a spin-off apparently. Okay, I think this is the first time that these characters are like, I guess they were introduced previously in her Not So Meet Cute and that other series, but this one is like a couple and it's a marriage in trouble. You guys know I love that. I'm definitely keeping that one. Then we have Runaway Love here by Melanie Harlow. I just saw the cover everywhere and thought it was gorgeous, so I just checked it out. No thoughts, no idea what it's about, but I should find that out. Maybe I feel like my issue with downloading books on Kindle Unlimited and why they sit there for so long is because I have no idea what they're about when I download them, and so they're just there and I'm like, oh yeah, the cover's cute, or I've heard a lot about it, but I don't know what it's about, so it's not really driving me to pick them up. But now that I know, guys, so excited. Yep, exactly. Runaway Love is a single dad nanny romance. Small town, hopefully, maybe, I don't know. He is a single dad and she's a nanny, which you guys know I eat up. I love it. Oh, I'm getting so excited. I feel like it's Christmas. Like, I have all these books that I'm finally finding out about. And then we have Right Guy, Wrong Word by Julie Ann. I just recently interviewed her on my channel. If you go to the live tab, you can see and watch the interview. It was such a good interview. I loved talking to Julie Ann, and I'm so excited to read more from her now. This one is really good. I'm still reading it. I wanted to take my time with it because I was like, I am enjoying this way too much and I don't want it to end. This one is basically the couple lives in an apartment complex together. This apartment, all the residents kind of have a book club, and each month people will take turns choosing the book for the book club. And so a new guy moves into their apartment complex, and right away the heroine and the hero like hit it off really well. She invites him to come to book club, and he doesn't have such nice things to say about the book that she chose, and it's a very crazy, funny, it's so funny, but she picked the book and it's her favorite book ever, is starting to lose feelings for him. She likes him and she thinks he's so hot, but as he's saying more mean things about her book, she's getting more and more pissed off. And it's a second chance romance. It's hilarious, so fun, and they're bookish characters, which is always a good time. So I'm still in the middle of that. And then we have Owned by a Sinner by Michelle Hurd. I started this the other night, but I was so delusionally tired that I don't even know what I read, so I'm gonna have to restart it. I really don't know. This is kind of not, the synopsis isn't giving much away about this. I know that's an Irish mafia romance, which is always a good time. I don't know. He helps out the heroine in some way and take her under his wing. I don't know what for. I don't know in what way. Low-key, I kind of am feeling like removing it. Maybe I'll give it a chance, but for now I'm gonna remove it off of here just because like I need to just have books here that I'm gonna read. Then we have Step Stalker by Jessica Cain, and I'm actually currently reading this. Shocker to no one, I'm in the middle of so many books. Step Stalker is a obviously Jessica Cain novella. If you aren't familiar with Jessica Cain, she writes very short, smutty, fun novellas that are really wild and really crazy, and the language is hilarious. And so this one is basically, these two have never met before. He is like a war hero and she writes letters to him once their parents get married. He comes home after being overseas, sees her and like falls in love with her and wants her, and yeah, super Jessica Cain-y vibes. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm 36% of the way. I'm just kind of behind on my reading goal, so I was like, I need to start picking up some novellas, and yeah, it's Jessica Cain. What's not to love? So those are the books that I currently have checked out on Kindle Unlimited. If you have read any of them at all, please leave a comment down below and tell me to get on it. Get on my Zoom and read these books so I can start checking out more books and have the rotation coming. We are almost at the end of the year and I barely have any favorites, so hopefully these ones are going to do it for me. If you know that these books are going to do it for me, then please tell me below which ones to pick up and prioritize in my ranking in my brain. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, leave me a phone emoji, because Kindle, I guess there's not a Kindle emoji, but leave me a phone emoji. Yeah, I love you all so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys very shortly in a new video. Bye.
If I got one thing right, it was you and me.